like just hating it for hating its sake. If
but,
the shit sounds ill, I rock with it.
Okay.
That shit's ill, my nigga. I ain't gonna hate, cause some niggas just hate because it's new nigga shit. I feel like that's what. Don't put this on what leave the shit out. And that Gunna shit is ill, my nigga. Speed it up. Speed it up. Eat it up. Hey, that shit is ill.
That's real shit, nigga. Yeah. So you know, welcome to our world. What up? What's happening, man? It's your man TB, aka the People's Choice, aka the Regal Rebel, and I'm here with my man.
Yeah, and these are the illest professor coming to you live, and we coming to you straight from the hip, baby.
Man, this is from the hip, man. It's been a long time coming. We finally here.
Finally here, baby.
The people have been waiting.
They've been waiting.
Patiently waiting.
We here. First thing, before we do anything about it, tell me about the shirt you're wearing, man.
Man, you know where it all started. Fifth Floor Apartment. Them Nas bars, but that's for another occasion. I'm from Buffalo, New York, man. 716.
Bufftown, baby.
Yeah, rough Buff, man. This is brick. You know, y'all. You know, we right by the Great Lakes. A lot of people don't know we you know, Buffalo is in New York. At least a lot of people that I've met in Georgia, they're like, oh, where's Buffalo? I think, you know, Colorado.
But that's crazy to me. Buffalo, New York. Everybody knows Buffalo.
Yeah,
y'all got a football team.
Yeah, I mean, you from Miami, so we in the same division, and we'll talk about that. So we're close to we're a Great Lakes city, which, you know, you got cities like Cleveland and Gary, Indiana. Freddie Gibbs.
Gary is hood money.
Yeah, they get it in.
I heard they get it in over there.
Drug game. Buffalo is technically a Midwest town.
You know, it's my first time ever hearing that.
So a lot of our culture, our sensibilities are going to be that of people, working class people, 9 to 5 people that go to work and go home every day, love their sports town, they love their sports, hockey, football real heavy, even basketball to some degree.
Who's our basketball team in Buffalo?
The Buffalo Braves. We had Bob McAdoo. Yeah, Bob McAdoo. He's an NBA MVP. The LA Clippers. They're the Clippers now.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's our legacy, man.
That's your legacy, man. That's your legacy.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Buffalo Braves had somewhere in the tuck. See, I grew up on Big. I grew up on Nas. These are some of my favorite.
Y'all got no rappers in Buffalo, do y'all?
Nah, we got Griselda, man, doing numbers. They from Buffalo.
You probably ain't correct.
What you probably ain't know. He ain't probably know this.
Ain't know that shit.
Rick James. He from Buffalo.
Fuck out of here.
Rick James. He grew up with my grandmama and them.
Get the fuck out of here. Man, rest in power to the G, Rick James.
Yes. And Brian McKnight too, but we don't, you know.
Brian McKnight.
Nah, do I ever cross your mind?
Yeah, he crossing our mind right now. Straight from Buffalo.
Yeah, so I moved to Atlanta when I was 10, so that was the transition I was fairly young, but you know, I'll definitely say I was outside with it. I definitely got my experience of what it meant to be a young dude growing up in Buffalo. 50 had the city on lock. Dipset had the city on lock at the time. I mean, we talking about 2005, like
shit, my nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll get to Miami in a second, but
shit, right?
That's Miami talk, particularly South Florida. A jit is like, you know, a kid or someone younger than you. Sometimes can be used in a derogatory fashion.
Don't it feel derogatory? That T is real hard.
That T is hard.
It's airy.
Not being used, you know, condescendingly in this particular moment.
If you like it, I love it, man. I'll be there.
I'll be there. Real shit.
Yeah. We was in Atlanta. My mom, my pops, my uncles. My aunt, we all moved. It's like some Grapes of Wrath type shit. We just all moved. Nah, for real, we just all moved to Atlanta. You know, it was more opportunity at that time. Obviously, at 05, 06, Atlanta was definitely on the rise. Really after the 96 Olympics. I always tell my mom and my pops as well, like, I feel like that was like the greatest decision they could have made for me and my brothers to move us to Atlanta at a time when, you know, we seen black people, black business, black professionals for the first time. And I'm sure you'll probably say similar things about, you know, your move to Atlanta. You were obviously a little older than I was at the time of your move, but I don't know. I just feel like it was the best thing for me, and I love Atlanta, man. But I'm definitely Buffalo to the bone.
My journey's a little different, man. You know, I'm an immigrant in this biatch, baby.
For sure.
I'm Cuban, B.
Cuban, B.
Yes.
Y'all don't get the reference. Look that up.
So I was actually born in Cuba. Rumor has it, I was 9 months old. My family migrated to the States. And then we hit New Yit, you know what I'm saying? So it was in New Yitty. We lived in Manhattan.
That's New York City.
What did we decide? What was it we say? It was a loss of the game.
A consonant.
Contraction.
Contraction. There we go.
Yes, New
I thought
Yitty.
only women.
New York City. But so we moved to New Yit, but you know, we was from the islands, man. We was from Cuba. So my grandma was like, yo, I don't know about this snow shit. I don't know about this. It's too cold. We can't do this. So like every other Cuban, we moved to Miami. You know what I'm saying? So when I was 5, I moved to Miami. Not born, but definitely raised
County
in the County of Dade. You feel me? I'm Dade County all day. With a little sprinkle, you know what I'm saying, New Yitty in me, you know what I'm saying? It's wild, because people be like, yo, but why do you still have like a New York accent? Why do you know all that? Because we don't really have Southern accents in Miami like
Man,
that.
it's the weirdest thing. When Rick Ross came out, it was like, we could tell it was Southern, but it was like Miami always was different.
It's different,
It definitely felt more East Coast, more so than the South.
We have a Southern element. I mean, you know, we got, you know, Trick Daddies and, you know,
Goals, the slugs.
Oh, man, we slugged up down there. We grilled up in Miami. But point is, there is a Southern component to Miami, but by and large, we're East Coast city. That's we play East Coast conferences, which I used to hate. Man,
you gotta play football. Football is football. It is what it is. You just gotta play.
Oh man, you gotta let a Buffalo nigga tell you some shit like.
Pretty much the first thing people think about when they think about Buffalo, New York, is the fact that we'll address the elephant in the room. The Buffalo Bills lost 4 straight Super Bowls back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Before I was born, but I always think to myself,
before I was born, nigga.
You gotta feel me, yo. You know, championships and bring, you know, that economy back to the city by being, you know, the best team in their particular league. Us losing 4 Super Bowls in a row, it was like, it's a loser town. Like, it's like where the losers live. But I just feel like if we would have won at least one of those Super Bowls, maybe, you know, there's more people staying in the city rather than migrating out of the city. So
would you say that you're thankful to the Bills for losing 4 Super Bowls?
Hell yeah, man! Shout out to DC, the Redskins. Shout out to the New York Giants. Shout out to the Bengals, the Icky Shuffle. Remember the Icky Shuffle? I'm an AT Alien now, man. Shout out to Outkast now, and I think that was because of y'all. Y'all did that.
So you remember the Bills acronym? Since have been talking about
we're not gonna, why you want to do that, man? I didn't already talk about it, man. I didn't already bare my soul to the people. I
just didn't know if you were aware of the acronym.
We're not talking about that acronym. That was, like I said, that was before my time. Don't add me.
You gotta add me. Don't do it.
Don't add me. Don't add me. I don't want to hear nothing about no acronym, man.
So Bills,
we're moving on.
BILLS, right? Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Yo, we used to go hard on y'all in the 90s, man.
That ain't even the full acronym. I don't know. They just make it work. That's cool, man. I kind of want everybody to kind of understand, like, you know, just how people distinguish themselves culturally in the city of Miami versus other places in the country.
So moving to Atlanta was a culture shock, right? You know what I'm saying? Whenever people think of a culture shock, they think of it in racial terms. You know what I'm saying? It's a black person moving to an all-white place.
For sure.
And all of a sudden there's a culture shock, or an all-white, or vice versa, right? Atlanta's a chocolate city, right?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And Miami is a chocolate city as well, right? But it was a culture shock because, like, Miami has a diverse spectrum of black people. You know what I'm saying? And in Atlanta, I'm limited to say Atlanta, in the South period, you're one of 3 things, right? You're either black, white, or Mexican. You feel me? That's it, pretty much. Yep. You're not Latino. You're not even Latino.
Right.
You're Mexican. It don't matter where you're from. You're Mexican. So, you know, and which was weird too. Another thing that was weird, because in Miami, yo, straight up, we don't have Mexicans in Miami. True story.
That blows my mind.
We don't have Mexicans like that. Yo, true story. I'm not even playing with you.
I don't get that.
Growing up my whole life, I didn't know a single Mexican, man.
What?
True story with that. So and it's funny because like you look at pop culture and like you watch TV and they would always be like, oh yeah, these Mexicans. And I just like, well, what the fuck they at?
What's that?
So, you know, coming from New York and Miami, you know, surrounded by, you know, Cubans and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and we even do have a strong Central American population in Miami.
That,
Nicaraguans, Hondurans, Salvadorians. No Mexicans. No Mexicans.
They just skip Florida and go right to Georgia.
They skip Florida.
There's
Like,
so many Mexicans in the Atlanta area, Georgia in general.
I'm sorry if this sounds pejorative. Not at all. We're not trying not at all. But I just, you understand.
Real talk.
I was like, we didn't have no Mexicans in Miami at all. We just didn't.
That's funny because it wasn't really any Mexicans in Buffalo. I didn't really know what or who Mexican people were. It's primarily Puerto Rican people on the west side of Buffalo, as well as a little bit of the Dominican, a little bit of Cuban, the other Latino cultures.
Mainly Caribbean though.
Yeah, definitely
Basically,
more
basically.
Caribbean people.
Basically.
But yeah, definitely Puerto Rican, heavy Puerto Rican population.
Turkey. Yes, Turkey.
They speak Turkish. They speak
no,
Turkish.
they speak.
I swear they speak Turkish. Come on, man, don't do me like that.
They speak Arabic, man.
But also Turkish is a language.
Are you sure?
I'm not making that up.
I think you're.
Y'all let me know. I swear Turkish is a language.
I'm pretty sure they speak Arabic.
No, I'm pretty sure that's one of the languages.
Should we have phones?
Well, let's look it up.
Let's look it up.
I swear they speak on everything, man. I swear they Arabic, Turkish. It's like 4 or 5 different languages.
I thought they speak Arabic. So for the on the record, I thought they.
We agree. We're not in disagreement.
Turkish.
I'm saying they speak both.
To be frank, Turkish sounds like a language or like.
I'm riding Turkish Airlines.
All right, my
Turkish
friend,
people.
I stand corrected.
Oh.
So Turkish people speak Turkish. My nigga.
Let's do it. I'm
Stand
good
corrected.
with that. Yeah.
I thought they spoke Arabic.
That's one of the languages.
Arabic folks, my sincerest apologies. Turkish folks, my sincerest apologies. Y'all speak Turkish.
Growing up partly in New York, we would call Arab people Arabs. And I said it in class one time.
He snapped on your ass.
He wasn't a Arab man or anything. He was a white dude. Like he was like a super hippie or whatever. Shout out to Mr. Montgomery. But I said Arab in class was one of the books that we were reading. Maybe Arabian Nights. I don't know what it was. But he corrected me. He told me, it's not Arab, it's Arab. The correct
That's what we do in the hood, baby.
Yeah, Arabs.
It's the Arab store.
Arabs.
Where you get cigarettes? Where you get Lucy's from?
The Arabs, bro.
Man.
I didn't know.
Our sincerest apologies.
Yeah, he told me the Easter Bunny wasn't real that day. That's real shit, nigga.
As bad as you feel, I learned that fucking lesson in a graduate class.
Oh, shit.
Goddamn graduate course. Real nigga shit.
Arab money?
Arab, goddamn money.
Uh-huh.
And it was my turn to read. You know
Oh, the popcorn reading.
Basically.
I love popcorn reading, man. That was my
So
shit.
I like to do it. I like to implement it as an instructor, as a professor.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it as a goddamn
You
student.
can't read, you be stuttering like Stanley and shit.
I do, man. Stuttering Stanley. Stuttering Stanley. I be stuttering.
Choo.
But again, in my mind, I'm just reading. So I see this fucking word and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm reading all academic and shit. I'm academic as fuck. Like, so the intercultural competence, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I get to this book. So when the Arabs got down to the, I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry, everybody.
Boy, did you correct yourself or the teacher corrected you?
No, I correct myself.
So you know what's wrong?
I felt it on the inside.
How?
Because this wasn't the first fucking day of class, because this was like halfway through the semester, and I had already been corrected like 3 times. Real shit.
Oh man, he
Real
had
shit.
it.
Real shit.
He went back to his instincts.
And the only thing worse than being corrected, right? So dig the correction, right? So the fucking teacher, right? I love this dude. I ain't gonna say his name because I ain't gonna put the nigga on blast, right? But the teacher was this Persian dude from where's Persia from? Iranian, right? So Iranian dude.
Yeah, big ups,
Persia.
Yep.
So the dude, like he was a real cool dude. So again, he had already corrected me like 3 times prior to the semester. The only thing worse than getting corrected by an Arabic Persian man is getting corrected by the liberal white girl in the fucking class.
Oh,
That's
God,
the
not
worst.
Becky.
That
Not
motherfucker.
Julia.
She goes, I think it's pronounced Arab. I said, bitch, I know how it's pronounced.
You got to defend
Fuck
yourself
you.
now.
Damn, man, you know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't cool, man. But whatever, we as Arab. Everybody in the hood
Sure.
that have been going to and purchasing from Arab stores their whole life.
Nah, for real. Respect them, man.
Respect them.
On Heather.
Put some respect on it, man. It's Arab, man. It's Arab.
Heather had to get in
Arab.
there.
And it's not Iran, it's Iran. It's not Iraq, it's Iraq.
Well, nah, that's tomato. It's just like how you pronounce it, ain't it? Is that like offensive if you say it?
No,
Like,
that's a good question. Is it offensive to call Iraq, Iran, Iraq, or Iran, or whatever? You know, just let us know, man.
But,
you gotta see this
you know,
fucking movie, man.
which one we talking about?
What's the movie about? Oh, I forgot the title of the movie. This is this movie where this dude was like in this, he was in this like, basically it was at this party, it was all white people and shit, and it was like, you know, trying to get him to be black or what have you, right?
So black
it was
dude
like,
or white?
Black dude. It was like, yo, can you rap or whatever, right? And then you know what I'm
Nigga
talking
shit,
about?
nigga
Oh,
shit,
shit, you know what I'm talking about?
This is From the Hip, and we just like to really encourage y'all to subscribe today, subscribe right now, and also click the bell so whenever we upload a video, you get it live and direct. So it's fresh out the oven, you'll get it, you'll hear us, and all our crazy opinions and theories about the world. So
Yeah, crazy opinions. My opinions make sense.
wisdom with age, I guess.
That's what happens.
Please subscribe. Oh, you a wild boy.